Spent racks on my baby. She keeps saying that I'm crazy. Serve the shot like Serene.
Yo gang, it's your boy Nathan. I'm back for another video, and I just wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone that supported me on this whole music content journey. That's what I call it anyways. Within the last year, we've been going ham on TikTok. We've managed to accumulate over 63,000 followers on TikTok, creating content based around rap music, trap music, etc. Of course, I've always been a big fan of rap music since I was a child. I've always wanted to make this sort of content. On TikTok, I mainly use sounds to kind of voice my opinions. However, I always knew that YouTube was probably the platform that I wanted to use to kind of give my takes, and you guys can actually really see my personality and how I really feel about certain situations, how I feel about artists, how I feel about tracks, etc. So, nevertheless, we're just going to dive straight into it. I don't have a name for this episode. This is episode 1. By the time that this video drops, we will have a name for this episode and this series. However, we're going to get straight into this one. We're going to be talking about Metro Boomin. Of course, Metro Boomin, arguably, in my opinion, the best producer within the last decade. He's been a part of so many hits. Like, if I look at my list right now, it's scary to think all of the hits that Metro's been a part of, starting off with like Ric Flair, Drip, Blue Pill with Travis Scott, No Complaints, Offset and Drake, Whole Lot by 21 Savage, X, Met Gala, Mask Off, Congratulations, No Heart, Bad and Bougie, Both, My Collection, Far Over Stretch My Hands, You Was Right. It's crazy, like the list goes on. Metro, for me, by far has to be the best producer of the last decade. The consistency within the hits. He's worked with some of the biggest and arguably most talented trap artists to exist. Some of the biggest rappers in the game right now. Metro deserves his flowers. And if you aren't excited for this project, like, I personally think you're a fool, because I know that there's producers that give us albums, but I feel like with Metro it's a little bit different. I feel like with all the music that he has given us in the past, that music has resonated with everyone. Like, everyone that loves trap music is always appreciative with the quality of projects and songs that Metro gives us. Nevertheless, I don't want to discredit any other producers or things like that, but for example, DJ Khaled gave us a project this year, God Did, and I felt like it had a few tracks that were alright, you know what I mean, but overall, as a collective and as a project, it wasn't really that great. And if we look back at Metro Boomin's last project, this is how you know, like, we really need to lock in for this project, because Not All Heroes Wear Capes was a fantastic project. Metro just done his thing. Like I said, gang, I'm going straight in. We're looking straight into Metro's discography. We're not going to be touching base on everything, but if we look at all of the stuff that he's done in the past, like I said, you have to be excited for this project. The last album had Overdue. Even the intro of Gucci Mane was crazy. Don't Come Out the House with 21 Savage, Dreamcatcher, Sway Lee and Travis. And what is very nice about this video is the fact that on my way to work this morning, I slapped on this project, because even I underestimated how good Metro actually is. Because when this album did come out, and this album did come out a while back, this album came out in 2018, so you know when you enjoy an album when it comes out, but you kind of not grow out of it, but you kind of look past it and you're like, oh, it's not that good anymore. Nah, that album is good. The production on this album is sensational. The way Metro Boomin begins some of the songs, like, they just literally sound beautiful. Up to Something with Travis Scott and Young Thug, an amazing song. Space Cadet, one off, crazy song. Is that the biggest track on this album? I think it actually is. Hold on, let me not talk so soon. Actually, no, I was right. The Metro Boomin, Offset and Drake song No Complaints is on 220 million streams on Spotify, while Space Cadet is on 640 million streams, which is incredible for Warner, because it's early on in his career. And I feel like what Metro does as a producer is definitely get the best out of artists. And a lot of producers who give us albums, they all say the same thing, like they're trying to bring 2 artists together, 2, 3, 4 artists together, and just execute the best piece of music together. However, a lot of them, like, it never ends like that, do you get what I'm saying? But with Metro, we've seen him do it with Savage Mode 2 as well, with 21. Straight back to Heroes and Villains. Heroes and Villains is dropping this Friday, and Metro Boomin did actually put on his Instagram yesterday, I believe, a film coming, which is going to be today. Hopefully this video is out either before the movie or maybe a day after, but that film features Young Thug, Morgan Freeman, Metro Boomin, of course, Lakeith Stanfield, who's from Get Out, and Warner. So that's going to be interesting, because obviously Warner and Young Thug are behind bars, but I know that they're probably going to have a big part of this album, a big part to play in with this album. Travis Scott's also going to be in this album. Future's going to be in this album. There's no official track list for the project. However, I've checked Rap Genius and I've seen that they've put together a 7-track track list so far of what they think that's going to be on the project. Niagara Falls with 21 Savage and Travis Scott is confirmed to be on this project. There was a few mixed reactions to that. Like, a lot of people were complaining that the track's old, like we want some new shit. However, the snippet always sounded hard, so I'm grateful nevertheless, like whether it's on the project or not. Metro could give it to us as a single, I'd still be happy. They're saying that obviously Pause with featuring 21 Savage, Cash Talk with Nav, ASAP Rocky, Feel the Fire, Sentimental, Travis and Future will be on the project. However, I'm not sure, so I can't actually officially confirm anything. If these artists are on the album, then that is definitely something to look forward to, because I remember seeing ASAP Rocky earlier in the studio with Metro, Travis and Future, and a lot of other artists. And one thing Metro always has is just great links. Like, no matter what, like when you get a Metro project or a song, you always kind of guess certain artists are just going to be on there, like the typical Travis Scotts and your Futures and your Young Thug. So it's nice that he's got a great connection with some of the best artists in the game right now. If we're looking at expectations for the project, I personally have huge expectations for the project. Metro Boomin hasn't dropped an album in a while. I think the last album, collab album, was with 21 Savage, which was Savage Mode 2. However, this is just an album on behalf of himself, obviously as a producer. So, like I said, he's been the best producer in the game for the last decade. So if I don't put huge expectations on the project, I think I would be crazy. He's put out so many anthems throughout the years. I'm literally repeating myself at this point, but I'm so amazed by how he's just managed to be able to do that consistently throughout the years. Big up to Southside, Pierre Bourne. There's a lot of other producers going crazy in the game. I just feel like Metro's beats are just distinctive. Like I said, a lot of people just fuck with it hard. I'm gonna just keep it real. Yeah, like, a lot of people are saying, will it be album of the year? I personally hope that it's album of the year. With some of the artists that will feature on the project, it's definitely capable of becoming album of the year, because we already know one thing that is guaranteed going into this album is the production is always going to be 10/10. Nobody's ever questioned Metro Boomin's beats in the past. Nobody's ever had anything bad to say about that. So one thing one thing that we already know that we're getting is consistent quality beats within the album. So it's just down to the artist in just delivering great verses, great hooks. The beats accommodating the type of artist on the album, I think it's just a win-win. So personally, if it's not a top 5 project of 2022, I would be having questions. Although, in regards to trap music, I feel like it automatically has to just go into the top 3. It has to be. With some of the artists rumoured to be on the project and the production, Metro definitely has to make a top 3 trap album. But I also think he can also make one of the best albums as a whole within this whole rap genre. So I'm really looking forward to this album. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is just a quick video. Like I said, episode 1. I want to see how this does. I'm going to push it on TikTok. I want to see if you guys are really rating this content. And yes, of course, I'll be giving you episode 2 as soon as you guys want it. So just make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on TikTok. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch, playing Warzone, FIFA, all of that stuff. Follow me on Twitch, NathanSandroo. All my links are down below. Make sure to follow me up on everything. Don't miss out on all the new latest content, man. It's your boy Nathan.